municipalities. We have 3 metros in the province, which have had all sorts of problems themselves. And the problems that emanate from those eventually affect the functioning of the provincial government. How do you then work together in whatever you are doing, take along the municipalities of the province?
We will be working with them. There are things that the law imposes on us as a responsibility as part of doing oversight. And finance is one of those. Revenue is one of those. You would have seen I had a meeting with the mayor of Tshwane. I will be having a meeting with the other MMCs, bilaterals, Ekurhuleni and Johannesburg, of finance, just to look at how do we help them. I mean, the meeting we had with the mayor of Tshwane, for instance, we were happy with the plan that they presented, and they are making progress. And we want to hear the other cities, including the smaller municipalities. So we're very much interested in how they manage their resources, how they raise revenue, and how they deal with wastage, how they deal with audit issues, how they deal with investments. And if they borrow, we are supposed by law to have an opinion of whether we agree with them or not, to deal with those things. But also, most importantly, we are interested in their ratings. As you know, the ratings agencies rate them and all that. So it's one area that we will be doing systematic work, working with them and working with the ratings agencies and all that. So we will be working with the municipalities, because as you know, we don't run municipalities. We just give support. Ultimately, it's the responsibility of council, of the mayor, the mayoral committee, and all councillors to ensure that they run these cities properly. We just are there to support, and I think with what I have seen in some of the municipalities, I'm encouraged that we are getting somewhere.
Yeah. In short, MEC, let's say if you serve this entire term in your current portfolio, what sort of figures would you like to leave behind, and how would you like the residents of Gauteng after this 5-year term to remember you in terms of the impact that we would have loved to make?
Well, I don't want to be remembered as an individual, but I think the party that I represent has to be seen in a different light. The ANC has to be seen in a different light after 5 years in terms of its ability to manage the economy. And that's why I want to see a Gauteng economy that grows, because it has been stagnant for some time. We've been hovering around 33-34%. There are specific sectors we want to target deliberately and invest. You know, manufacturing is one of the sectors that if we were to do well as Gauteng, we will impact significantly on the national GDP.
Yeah.
So I would want to see a Gauteng that will have an appreciation that the ANC would have turned things around. And how? We will have to make sure that we invest in big projects. We already have big projects, so we must make sure that we start the process of implementing them now. The Gauteng-Limpopo rail, it's one such project. We've got the special economic zones in Sidibeng and in the West Rand. We have been talking about these for a long time. So one of the things I want to ensure is that in this term, and at least in the next 2 years, people can see these projects, and we have a construction site in those areas. So we want Gauteng that is able to have a vision and project the future, and be able to attract investment. If we can attract at least 500 billion investment in the next 3 years, I think that can help. And we want the problems of water, of electricity, of roads to be sorted, because you can't talk about rebuilding the economy if you still have such problems. So that's how I would want to see the ANC being remembered in Gauteng. And you know, there's been a lot of challenges previously, and that's why